A man is still on the run in Northland after firing at police during a routine stop in the early hours of the morning. Police say they're reasonably confident they know who they're looking for and are supporting the officer who was shot at. Reporter Chen Liu and camera operator Dan Cook are in Whangarei and filed this report.
Multiple shots were fired at a patrol car just after 2 o'clock this morning, and a vehicle fled from a police checkpoint on Te Hononga Street in Ōtāngarei. The vehicle was found up a driveway nearby, but police say the person who fired the shots had taken off. A man who lives close by says he heard the shots.
We hear them all the time, mate. They're normal. Sound like a gun going off. Bang, bang, bang.
Another woman living in the neighbourhood says the incident is terrible and she doesn't feel safe.
The young ones are hurling up and down the roads, doing wheelies. No, it's just getting worse here.
She wants the authorities to take more actions.
More police around would be better.
Northland District Commander Superintendent Tony Hill says officers are focused on apprehending the offender. He says officers will be carrying firearms for the next few days.
We take these matters very seriously, just as if there was a member of the community shot at, and the outcry from the community has been really positive this morning. They're equally disgusted as we are. We're doing our very best to make sure that our staff are equipped and enabled to deal with these things, and we take them very seriously.
Former gang member Martin Kaipo is now chief executive and co-founder of community organisation Ōtāngarei Trust. He says the area is troubled by drugs and guns.
We're low socio-economic communities. There's a high dependency on unemployment benefits. There's a high level of, young Māori and searching for leadership.
Mr. Kaipo says he doesn't know anything about this specific incident, but it fits in with the normal gun behaviour. He says things have become more vicious than when he was in a gun 2 decades ago.
They fluctuate. When it does happen, it's usually confrontation over zoning, or like your areas, like your communities and stuff like that. They're very protective, and they'll protect them at any cost, whether the cost is done through open street warfare or drive-bys.
Mr. Kaipo says the incident is worrying.
The sad thing is that crime has now escalated, that is turned against the police. That's a sad, but if they are willing to turn to the police, they're willing to turn on anyone.
He says everyone needs to work together to prevent things like this from happening. Families talking to their young people, better law and enforcement, and communities working together.
We don't care what happens in the next street or neighbour over. We've become so entrenched in ourselves, and how the old story was, it takes a village to raise that child.
An officer was also shot at near Kerikeri last month, and the police still haven't arrested the person responsible. Whangarei Mayor Cheryl Mai and Far North counterpart John Carter have both called for stricter gun controls. I Whangarei mo te hotaka o te ahiahi nei ko Chen Liu tēnei.